Oh, hi guys. Oh my gosh, you're all here. It's a party. How you guys doing? Theo, I was lurking in your stream and then my cold turkey program kicked me out. Did you win? Were you winning in repo? How you guys doing? Axel, hello. Welcome to the stream. Hi Alex. Alex, yeah. Hi. Hello Theo. Hello Warmaster. Oh my gosh. Hisashiburi. It's been too long. Yeah, let me just double check everything's going well. Oh my gosh, it's been no, I streamed last week, didn't I? But I am now unused to streaming. Oh my gosh, what have I done to myself? Hold on. I'm also trying out this. What is this? Uh, there's a new feature on YouTube live stream where you can like do a vertical stream too. But I don't know. I don't know if this looks any good. I'll just leave that on. Whatever. Let me turn that off. Yum, 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 yum. By the way, no music this stream. I'm gonna try a little something. You guys can like, if you want music, you can put on your own playlist. You don't have to put up with my very repetitive one. I have my own music on with my own little headphones. Let me just switch over. Everything looking good on my screen. Okay. How do I transition? Okay. Mandy, hi! Welcome to the stream. Okay. Just move chat over. You died! Oh no! What level did you get up to? It is true, it's been told, it truly has been. But we had a good time, so did we really lose? True, true. I mean, in repo, in the end, it only ends when you lose, so. Just had lunch and I'm so groggy. Oh my gosh, what did you eat? I have tea, I have milk tea, and like I'm not gonna show you guys because it looks kind of gross, but I have discovered the joys of adding fruit to just a bunch of ricotta cheese. Are those new nails? New nails? Do I have new nails? What? They're as bare as they usually are. I did consider like getting short nail art done, but it seems you know how you can get acrylic nails done. They really damage your nails, and it's basically you're stuck in a loop. So my nails are bad enough as they are. Yeah. Hi, Warmaster on YouTube. Thanks for hopping over. Okay. Let's see. I actually have all my socials blocked on my browser, so I can't even make the I'm live announcements. We're just gonna go for it. Gusto, hi, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Okay, we are going to jump right in. So I talked about this in my last stream, but I'm gonna be doing a new version of my previous daily studies. We are renaming it to daily art sessions, because I think it's high time that I moved my focus from just doing studies for a whole hour. I need to actually do something with all the stuff that I've learned. So I do still feel the need to do warm-ups. So we're gonna do 15 minutes of just gesture drawing, and then the caveat is this: I can either, because usually when I do gesture drawing, I'm sure you guys have noticed, there's a pattern of me noticing something that I have trouble with the gestures that I do on that day, and then I get sucked into doing anatomy studies. Unless I decide to do, you know, like color studies or whatever. So if I give into that urge, I have to time myself, and then on the same day I have to do the same amount of study of doodling or like personal art that I have done, have spent studying. Yes, so I'm just gonna give that a go. So I'm gonna start off with 15 minutes warm up, and then I'll time myself for whatever I decide to do afterwards. Doing really well. Good to hear. Do you see the new Secret Lair unit deck? Ooh, new cards. Ah, 언니. My friend is in the YouTube chat. Hi hi. Hi, 始まります. We'll start. 15 minutes. Wait, I need to get my refs open first. Is my left finger's kind of swollen? Oh, I have a. Oh my gosh, this is like an identifying thing. But I mean, who's gonna go around looking for fingers to identify who I am in real life? I have a scar on my finger here from when I was a child. It's just a part of me. So yeah, this finger will look a little swollen, but no, they should be the same. Yeah, the story behind this is pretty gnarly. So when I was a kid, you know how moms will put their babies on their backs? So I was on my mom's back, and she was cooking something, and you know those old stoves. I think this is the right shape, but you know those stoves that were shaped kind of like this? I think it was a spiral, and the like I think it would be stone or metal or something, and this would get heated up, and you put the pot on top. So when I was a child, my mom turned around while she was cooking on this kind of stove, and like the unknowing, ignorant child that I was, I grabbed it. I guess that's the day that I learned that things can hurt, and if my mom tells me not to touch something, I should listen to her. Yeah, I grabbed the stove. That was pretty metal of me. It looks cool. Oh, thanks. I kind of have like a permanent like ring. Oh, hello, Alt on YouTube. Welcome to the stream. How you doing? Well, kids gotta learn somehow. That's true. I don't think you can get away unscathed. Just a part of growing up. All right. Yeah. Before I get distracted again. If you hear like dangly stuff near the mic, it's because I have like a daily habit checker and like a charm, like 2 charms dangling off my mic. What can I say? I can't resist personalizing everything. I think we'll be using my Pinterest board today. Let's do figure drawing. Pinterest board. Jade bracelet, yeah, this is a gift from a friend. I never take it off. Be careful with that watch. I will. Should be fine. Hold on. Okay, what would I do? I can't show you guys my ref screen because it's got a lot of semi-nudes on it. So I'll just put that here. Okay, let's set the timer. Let's go. You can see that. Let's put it. Okay, good enough. So my plan is to do like, I don't know, 3 or 5 10-second gestures, and then move on to some longer ones. And we'll see how that goes from here. Ooh, I like this one. Can you guys hear the scratching of my pencil at least? I worry if I do a lot of no music streams, it'll get a little boring, but you know, maybe if I can lower the mic enough that you can hear the ASMR, that'll be atmosphere enough. Ugh, that's bad positioning. Let's another figure. These days I am fixating a little bit on a higher angle, a higher point of view from the figure. Oh, I did this one yesterday, but let's redo it. Can I turn this around? No, get out of the way. Pretty sure you can see the corner of the screen here, but this is in a semi-nude, so should be safe. By the way, Alt, I have indeed taken my supplements. Have you? If I could really simplify that gesture, how would I make it still legible? Yeah, good enough. Oh yeah, with this sketchbook, this is my niece's work. That with these sketchbooks, I go from just front pages only, and it goes through it all, and then I flip, and then I go through back pages only. So you can get it. To date. How many was that? 1, 2, 3? No, 1, 2. Yeah. 7. Let's do some longer ones. Oh, thank you for the lurk, Axel. Enjoy, and good luck locking in, Alex. Ah, I hope work lets up a little. You gotta survive. Hold on. Do you want to look at this gesture a little closer? Wait, where did it go? Ah, there it is. I think I'd be pretty safe showing. Wait. So YouTube probably. Wait, does YouTube only censor female presenting nipples? Am I safe showing men? I have a story when I was. Oh, wait, let me read some messages. I have a story when I was really little of my twin stopping me from putting my hand on in a fan. Oh my gosh! We were so little, we didn't know English yet, but we spoke our own language, and she basically yelled at me in gibberish. Oh! Your twin is your hero! Yeah, I've heard twins kind of develop their own little language, right? That's fascinating. Also, Out, how may I persuade you to take your supplements? Hold on. Okay, let's err on the safe side. I'm not gonna show this, but since I'll be drawing this in more detail, y'all will be able to figure out what's going on here. Toddler's belly. Okay. Now it's up here. You know, I had the time to stream earlier today, but we recently started. Okay, well, we restarted muzzle training my dog because I thought we were fine. But the problem with raising dogs that are bigger than typical Maltese in Korea is that people are unused to larger dogs, and even if they're well behaved, they kind of see them as threatening. Which, to be fair, if it's not your dog, it's understandable to find a big dog intimidating. But Rookie's actually, she's like on the smaller side of a medium dog, like what you would think of as a typical medium dog. And we recently found out that our neighbors are a little apprehensive with her. So the family's come to the conclusion that maybe we should make sure she can handle a muzzle. So I spent most of this morning trying to get her comfortable with one. Which, like, I did a bit of muzzle training with her as a puppy, but I kind of let it go a little bit because there were other concerns. Like she still is quite, but she's much better. So I was more focused on her reactivity than muzzle training at the time. But I think now's a good time to start again. I have heard, was it Germany? Like you have to really train your dog well. Like it's obligatory that they be able to handle muzzles and stuff. Correct me if I'm wrong, Alt. I think I would prefer if stuff like that was like a huge cultural thing, because that would mean like dog training lessons would be more accessible. Here, if I want to get dog training, I have to go into the city. It's just unheard of. If you have a dog, and it's not a lap dog that you keep in the house with you, people basically just leave their larger dogs tied up in the yard all day, and they never walk them. Which is what's the frustrating part to me, because the way that they dislike larger dogs. Like sometimes I'll get a few snide comments from like neighborhood grannies when I'm walking Rookie. And I'm just like, but you leave your dogs tied up in the yard all day. And you've got a problem with dog behavior. I don't know. I don't know. I just think it's rich coming from people who do that to their dogs. Because most of the dogs that are tied up in the yard all day, they basically just give up. I think that's what happens. They just give up on having any sort of enrichment or like interaction in their lives. So basically, a lot of them, like if you go near, they just don't react. Either they're barking their heads off at someone who got a little too close, or they just lie there all day doing nothing. It's really sad. And then if you try to take your dog out and give him good enrichment, you get some lip from people who do that. What do I got to do with muzzles? I just heard, correct me if I'm wrong, aren't y'all really, what do you call it? Very diligent with dog training over there in Germany? I've heard, I don't know if this is remembered correctly, that to make sure your dog is trained properly and with leash training and behavioral stuff, including muzzles. Is it including muzzles over there? Otherwise, you actually can't keep your dog or something. I don't know. Something about walking them daily and stuff. They do have really good dog training over this. Yeah, so I've heard. I've never had anything to do with dogs, so I don't know. Oh, I see. No worries. Yeah, I've only heard, though, so I don't know either. Actually, here in this point of the small of this model's back, I can kind of see the back, like his spine. Just a hint, just a little hint. It really gives the feeling of the torso turning, like twisting. And this is probably, what is the name of this? The biggest muscle in the back. It kind of pokes out from here. I've forgotten all the anatomy terms that I was so familiar with when I was doing this daily. I really let myself go, guys. The cage will be around here. Belly button, I think here. I'm actually almost over, almost out of time, so I might as well just focus more on this instead of starting something new. Shockable here. Oh, we're out of time. And there's my reminder to stretch and hydrate. I will do that. Ugh. Oh yeah, I completely forgot. I've been meaning to add like wrist and hand stretches to part of my warm up because I need them. And I realized warm up literally means to warm up your muscles, which I should be doing correctly. Yay! Oh, I missed your stretching emote, Theo. Yay, self care. Yeah. I just advocate for good, healthy self care. I'm also doing a bit of wrist weight training. At the end of the day, oh, I have a question for you, Theo. So, yeah, basically, I have weights that I am using to work out my wrist and my fingers, but I don't know if it's better to. Okay, so my idea is I'll do stretches like this, like wrist stretches, like the like and this kind of thing at the start of my study sessions, and then before bed or like when I can rest and not use my wrists, I'm thinking I'll do like maybe 2 or 3 times a week. I'll do the weight training. Does that sound good, or is it better if I do weight training before I do work? What I was thinking was if I do like semi-strenuous workouts with my muscles, I should let them rest, right? Don't know if I have the right idea though. I wanted to work right after weight training, right? Yeah. I think I have the right idea. Okay, thank you. Your hands will be shaky. Yeah, and something muscles tearing need to recover. Second, all right. However, however, let me also rotate. Oh, did you hear that? I hope you can't hear my neck cracking. Oof. Ow. Okay. You can indeed work those muscles every day. They recover on a 24-hour cycle, unlike larger muscles like quads, which recover on a 72-hour cycle. Whoa, that's interesting. First time hearing about like the recovery cycles being shorter. That's cool. That's cool to know about. Okay. All right. So on that bit of information, maybe you should start off with at least 2 to 3 times a week. But if possible, I'll try to do every day. All right. Thanks, Theo. Just be careful about stretching too much before working out or working out too much before doing actual work. Okay. The balance. All right. Stretching too much before working out. Huh. What's the problem with stretching too much before working out? Because I thought stretching would do it's like stretching and working out different things, and it kind of overdoes the working your muscles, or because I thought you were supposed to like warm up before working out too. I love the 3-day split for big muscles. Ooh. Wait, let me actually take a sip. Okay. This is a counting down thing, so I need something that'll count up. I think the stopwatch app will do. Stretching before working out is good to loosen up, warm up, but if you stretch too much, you increase the risk of pulling a muscle when you suddenly add weight. Oh! Whoa. Working out is kind of an art. All right. I will heed your warning, Theo. Thank you. Wait. Ooh. Thank you for the advice, guys. I'll let you guys know how it goes. I've managed like maybe once a week for the weight training, and I've noticed a lot of improvement. Because I have I know this is a pretty bad sign, but I have kind of like a tingle going up here sometimes from the elbow. I think that's tennis elbow or something. I think it's because I tend to overextend my my scapula, so my wing bone a little too much forwards, and that tends to put strain on my muscles and nerves. I know it's a problem. It's a recurrent problem that I'm trying to solve, but that and just like repetitive drawing, and also I do not sit up straight. So when I'm sitting at a desk, I tend to lean on my elbow which is probably the main cause of all my problems. So I'm trying to tackle that with core muscle exercises, because I did notice when I was in the throes of my Chloe Ting ab workouts, I did not have this problem. So I need to get back on that. Oh, I'm sorry. It's okay. I'm working on it. It is. Tennis elbow is annoying. It also can cause real problems if you're not careful. Not scary. No, I need to hear the importance of addressing this problem. No, it's okay. Yeah, I know it's a problem. Luckily, for now, right now, I don't feel the discomfort. But this is probably a good sign, a good moment to start up on those strengthening exercises a little more earnestly. Preventative work is more important. Yeah, I have it in my, oh my gosh. Let me show you guys. Ah, my phone dropped. But this is my schedule, my planner. I have a whole list here, but wrist workout, as you can see, we're 4 days into the week and I still haven't done any this week, but I'll try to do it tonight. I have Ring Fit, which I also have not done. Oh my gosh. I'm more focused on my dog right now. But I'll try to find a good balance. I don't know if it's because I'm just a big baby and I'm very sensitive to changes in my in like things that stress me, but I can really only handle one change every day. And for the past few years, I've just trying to be I've just been trying to do basic self-management things, and I think I've finally gotten a bit of that down. So now I can focus on learning other, adding new habits. Sorry, let me just change music. Okay, so for the rest of our time, we've got 40 minutes left. Will I do personal doodling or shall I study something? So let me just change music. I did choose this reference because it has a lot of I have a term for it, points of interest, POIs. So I started compiling a list of my points of interest. These are things that I find that I have difficulty with or I want to pay more attention to when I do studies. Hold on, let me show you guys my list. So these are my points of interest. I have raised arms muscles, especially shoulders and armpits, which is partially here. You can see, what the arms look like when they're halfway up or the shoulder is tensed. I've got heads from a high angle. This is also kind of from a high angle. You can see the head tip down. I've got head form overall, with special attention to the eyes, the nose bridge, and the dimensions of the face, like the flatness or like that. Hands, especially fingers. Feet, especially flat from the front. And on that note, shoes. I've got perspective beyond the 1, 2, 3 point perspective that you typically see if you look up perspective on Google. I've got drapery, especially pants, scapular placement and movement, male chest muscles, draw with lines and movement. And also action poses, because I need to learn how to do those well if I want to draw them in my comics. Yeah, I chose this reference because it's action. It's got the head from a higher point of view. Bit of armpit and arm movement. Also a twisted torso. I like I learn a lot when I draw. gestures with the torso twisting in the opposite direction of the pelvis, because it really makes you pay attention to which parts of each part are like turning this way and that in 3D space. Kind of forces you to really place where each anatomical part is like attached and which part just wraps around or doesn't. Right here. Okay, so the question is, will I study these a little closer or will I move on? I made separate notes on the head before. I know I posted this in the Discord, but nowadays I'm fixated on the head from a higher angle, so I wrote notes here. One thing I noticed from studying so many heads is that different parts of the face have different curvatures. Is that the word for it? So like, I don't know if this diagram, does it count as a diagram? Really explains it. But if you look at the head from a higher point of view, you can observe that the brow curves to a certain amount, like around this much. And then the cheekbones, or rather the zygomatic process of the bones, the skull, are kind of squarish. They tend to protrude a little more. And then you have the jaws tucking underneath, because anatomically, how the skull is formed is that... Oh, I guess I should start timing myself, because I subconsciously just leapt into doing an anatomy. Let's just put that there. But if you look at the skull, this is the bit. I'm sure I'm getting some of this wrong, but this is the basic shape of it. You've got the eye holes, the eyeball sockets, and then there's a little divot of the bone here, and then at the side that you've got bones that kind of frame the eye holes, and then you've got the cheekbone here, and I don't know why it's called the zygomatic process. I think it's got something to do with the way it protrudes from the basic like globe of the skull here. But this part is kind of like the part where the jaw hinges. Like it's like underneath here is where the jaw bone tucks itself in here. Yes. And then you've got the teeth, which are a more narrower U shape that are inside the jawbone here. So I think my inability to really feel out these different dimensions of the face was why I found it so difficult to draw good faces or heads before. But now I'm a little more aware of them, and also I think I've gotten enough practice in that I'm like, oh, okay, this is that part and that is that part. But I still get a little confused sometimes, which is especially when I'm trying out angles of the face or the head that I haven't tried before, i.e. these notes, which sprang from the difficulty that I had drawing a recent Frieren illustration. Haha. I'm kind of like surprising myself with how easily I'm doing this now. Before, like, I would be kind of aware of each part of the skull, but I wouldn't be able to put it together well enough. But now I'm kind of like, breathing through it. Yeah, I chose this reference because I could see myself getting a little practice with that, different dimensions of the face here, but it's kind of too small. Let's go back to that reference. Rerun, I'm so sad it's not a longer season. I know, right? Oh my gosh, I'm holding back on like binging all the current, the episodes out right now. That and Jujutsu Kaisen too. I should watch that in my while I'm eating later. I'm kind of worried about the new direction because like, did the director change or was it the some part of the team changed, right? Like a major part of it. And I noticed in like the first 2 or so episodes, I didn't really like the pacing. Or well, no, not the pacing, but like storyboarding, the directing. It's not bad. It's just little differences that I noticed. Like there was when they were stuck in that cave with the what do you call it? The crystals that cancel magic. I noticed there was a scene where there was a monster that leapt out of, you know, the scene where the monster leapt out of the lake and it was like growling and threatening them, and suddenly for some reason they had a whole 3 minutes to stand there and talk while the monster politely waited for them. I'm sorry, it's just a huge pet peeve when something like that happens. Like it's I'm sure many people just like didn't really feel one way or another about it, but I was like watching that whole scene like, hello? That's a very polite monster. But that's like a small gripe I have. The rest of the episode I was fine with. It's just the one scene that really threw me for a loop. And I'm sure the new director or the person involved is already has a lot on their plate, so Expo, hi, welcome to the stream. How you doing? It's been too long. I'm back at it again. Indeed. Sorry to the model, but I'm just gonna draw in bold to figure out the dimensions. Oh well, I can give him a hairline. I think with like the eyebrows and the mouth line and like the cheekbones, you can think of the protrusion or like the curvature of it as like a gentle kind of this amount of curving in the face. But with the eyes, I kind of feel more comfortable drawing them as a straight line and just putting a slight difference between the outer and inner corner. Because I get confused if I add too much curvature. I don't know why. I end up messing up the whole structure of the face. So I like to think of more like, in the case of the eyes only, they're set in like a straight line. It's just the eyeballs that are giving it its curve. I think a lot of like how to draw faces structures also have you kind of insetting the eyes as circles into like the space between the eyebrows and the cheekbones. Another thing that really helps me with drawing faces in different perspectives is being aware of like from this angle, how much of the jaw will you actually see, and when does it start getting obscured by the cheeks? Not necessarily just the cheekbones. There's cheekbones, and then there's, because it's not like a head is not just the skull. There's skin and fat, and those have dimensions too. They add thickness, a layer of thickness to the face. it really helps for me to like think, okay, where would the jawbone actually be, and how much of it is obscured by one, the cheekbones, and also two, the fat between the cheekbones. But this model is very probably has very low. I don't know if you can see. Like, bring it up. Very low body fat, I think, because I mean their jaw is like really sharp. I'm trying not to show the malpresenting nipples, but you can see here. That's where the cheekbones are, and the jawbones I think come here and tuck underneath the cheekbones here. There's basically no fat. Imagine that. I have a lot of cheek fat. I think that's why I had so much trouble recognizing these different dimensions of the face before, because in my own face, I do not see those distinctions. I'm like this. Tim and I watch JJK, Freerun, and Fate every week. Oh my gosh, that sounds so fun! I miss having little, like, regular hangouts with friends like that. Where's part of moving away from all my friends? And also, all my friends getting jobs. You know what? Now that you mention it, I should ask my friend. I have a friend that I sometimes watch. There's a horror story reading slash presenting, I don't know, TV show that I sometimes watch with my friend in the weekend. Maybe I should ask her if she has time this weekend. Yeah, I'm always happy to see you. Ah, Expo. Negative body fat percentage, my ideal, but it's not healthy. Not negative, maybe just like 5 to 10%. I don't know how. Wait, there's a difference between male and female, like healthy body fat percentages, right? Health before aesthetics. You will glow with health and happiness if you are taking care of yourself. Didn't you love D&D though? True. Oh my gosh. Speaking of D&D, I wonder if everyone else is ready. I should get on that. Did you hate it when the only human model that is available to you 24/7 lacks the one feature you are studying? I know, right? It's such a mood. Me looking at myself. Is there any other part of this that I want to study? Actually, I'm quite bored now. I'm actually itching to draw something that's not from reference. Maybe we should move on. What did I do? How much did I do today? 1, 2, 5. Poster study. I think tomorrow or so. I do want to. Hang on. I'm a bit rusty on. Want to focus on line of action. Oops. In case y'all don't know what line of action is, it's the overall like gesture of the pose that you're drawing. Usually it's associated with movement, but I kind of see it in every pose. And I do think that lends a lot to the gesture, so should do that next time. That's why I redrew this pose. It's the same pose. I redrew it because I feel like I focused too much on like getting the outline of the pose instead of the feeling for the gesture. So should do that. Trying to figure out why I'm dissatisfied with these. I think it's a line of action, yeah. I can see what poses these are, but I just can't really feel the force behind it. That, you know? I don't know if you guys can feel the difference, but... What else? I should probably hang on. Yeah, there's something. Hey guys, look at how many highlighters I have. I don't know how this happened. I already I only had like 5. Yeah, these no 6. These at the start, and then these just magically spawned out of nowhere. I don't know where they came from. I didn't buy them. Just kidding. I did. My collection is ever growing now that I'm journaling more. I think these colors should be good. I'm gonna add notes on top. Just noting that the upper arm here has 2 major muscles that I should be thinking of with this shape here. So like 2 bulges, 2 muscle bulges generally. And then here I noticed can see spine. What else of note? Sometimes I get a little confused about like when I'm drawing legs and the leg folds. How do I draw the freaking the folding of the flesh? I don't know. Sometimes it comes instinctively and sometimes I'm confused. The collarbones, the positioning of the collarbones here. And the muscles here are like attached like so. What else? I don't know how to explain what I just did. There's a tiny... I don't actually know if it's a gap. But in the back muscles... Shit, we've got the male back here. And this is the pelvic bone, the pelvis. No, the pelvic bone is like a specific part of the pelvis, but... the muscles on the back are shaped like this. So they're positioned like this. That's the spine. And there's the latissimus dorsi. And the wing bones are kind of tucked underneath. What's the order? Is it 1? Yeah, latissimus dorsi on the top. Wing bone. Is it? I think the wing bone is underneath both of these. I know I made notes. Hold on. Where did I make those notes? Is it here? No, I think it's notes here somewhere. It's kind of, is it this one? No. Oh, there we go. So trapezius. Wait. Oh, I had the muscle names confused. Okay, so this muscle on top is the trapezius, not the latissimus dorsi. The latissimus dorsi is the big one under here. So the trapezius is like on the topmost layer, and then we've got the latissimus dorsi that's kind of underneath the point of the trapezius here. And then underneath all of this, we have the scapula and the muscles that are attached to it. wait. Why was I explaining? Oh yeah, I was explaining this because I there was a point when I was studying anatomy that I got confused with the anatomy of like what parts wrap around the torso. So what's going on the sides of the torso? So we've got the latissimus dorsi that's wrapping around from the like the top ears of the pelvis from the back. So the latissimus dorsi is like connected like that. And then we've got actually muscles from the front of the torso. Oh my gosh. Trying to quickly draw a torso. I forgot the name. Something pectoral. I don't know. But there are muscles that are on the front here that wrap around. And that's these muscles here. And they go to the back of the inside of the scapula, actually, if I remember correctly. There are these muscles wrap around and connect to the inside of the scapula. So the scapula are kind of like floating. It's really strange. I don't know how to explain it, but if you would like to see a more accurate diagram of these, do look it up. I think you just have to look up the insertion of the what's the name of the torso muscle? But just like, yeah, insertion should be the anatomical term for which part this muscle connects to. But anyway, because of this structure, there's this little space here that sometimes I think about. If you look at the male torso from the front, oftentimes they call this the Adonis belt, the part of the pelvis here. Like if the model has low body fat and is very muscular, oftentimes you'll see this, like the V of the pelvis. But the muscle on the top part here tends to bulge a little bit if they're working this part out a lot. But as it turns, it tends to flatten out because it's going up and getting pulled tight into the inside here. And I would have problems with drawing male torsos that are twisting around because I wouldn't know if I'm supposed to draw it as a bulge or if it's supposed to be flatter. But you kind of have to figure out the area of the muscles like wrapping around here. And that's how I see it. Did any of that make sense? It's very specific. Such a specific little problem that I have. But yeah, you know what? I should add that to my point of interest. Okay, let me read back on your messages. This male is 15% fat, female is 20% fat. Oh, I see. Yeah. Sounds about right. Very nice. Let's see Paul Allen's highlighter collection. Who's Paul Allen? Also, let me stop my timer. I yapped for a whole 20 minutes on that topic. Stop. So I have to do at least 20 minutes of drawing. Oh, something else. Excuse me, Mr. Drawing of a Human Back. Are you seeing anyone? Oh! Do you like it? Like what you see? Maybe the scapula are like two horns? Scratch that, they are like reverse wings. Yeah, actually, I would agree with that description. They kind of are like reverse wings. Very strange. And it's funny that I call them wing bones. It's probably not right. That's my pen. Male. What is the name of that muscle? Oh, I've been talking that long. Yeah, let me just go take a 15-minute break. Maybe not 15 minutes. I'll do 5 minutes of stretching and drinking something, but hang on. Torso turn around. Two bones or not two bones. Yeah. Yeah, maybe next time I'll look for specific gestures that help me practice the distinction of like whether I should draw this or not. Done with that. Okay, so I need to do 20 minutes. Personal drawing. Which is perfect because we have, oh, not perfect. I've only got 15 minutes left on my timer. Oh my gosh. Okay, let me take a sippy. This is my tea today. Let me just get up and stretch a little. Actually, I should use this to take break time. Alright. While we're at it, I should think about what I want to draw for 20 minutes since I yapped about anatomy for this long. What do I want to draw? After this session, I won't be ending the stream. I'll be transitioning into doing commission work because I need to get some progress done on that before I get more webtoon work. I'm in between jobs right now. I clink your tea with my water bottle. Oh, cheers! Cheers. Clink. So I should do some personal art. What do I want to do? Oh, you know, actually, once I'm done with my commissions right now, I'm going to take a little commission hiatus. So I will be taking commissions until I'm done with my next little thingy that I want to do, which is I want to do a 1 month manga one shot challenge. So originally I wanted to do this while I was in webtoon hiatus, so like when my team wasn't giving me work. But I think I need to learn to do this even when I'm busy. So I want to take a whole month to try and speed run a one shot because I have a one shot that I have most of the story down for. I just haven't been drawing it. So once I'm done with my commissions, I'm going to jump right into that and try to record the whole process and just like make a video of it. But in the meantime, I should be working on my character designs because I only have like 2 characters finished design-wise and ready to go. So I should do that. Let's take 20 minutes to do that today, and then we'll switch to commissions. Plastic bag. We're cleaning up the environment. Let me fish too. Around break. So what are you guys up to? Ow, my neck. I am a little disappointed. Well, not disappointed, but a little resigned to the fact that all of my VTubing related projects are going to be put on hold until I'm done with the challenges. But our time on this earth is limited, and we must pick and choose and prioritize. I'll have time later to do, to do more other stuff. This kind of like this little realization is like it's an obvious thing, but like the realization that time is not unlimited has kind of curbed my gaming addiction with Arknights too, because I used to spend like 2 to 3 hours like playing this what do you call it, roguelike mode that I have in Arknights. I would spend hours just playing that because I was addicted to it. But nowadays, I'll play like an hour maybe, and I'll be like, I'm done. Like an hour is fine, but any more than this, and I'm gonna feel bad afterwards because I could have spent that time doing something that I've been wanting to do, but just haven't been doing because of this game. So nowadays, it's actually miraculously, I've not been playing that much, or I've been playing a reasonable amount. I believe in you, Jisan. Once you start, you'll be unstoppable. Thank you, Expo. Yeah, I just gotta start. It's more than half of it. Coding practice. What the heck is an interceptor, and why does my async thunk need one? Oh, what is that? I can't help you there, Expo, but good luck. We're all getting our reps in today, I see. You're leveling up your adulting stat. Congrats. Thank you. It's very jarring to see myself doing this. Me? Regulating myself? Basically unheard of. I'm just standing. Just doing random stretches. What are you coding? What's your end goal? HTML, CSS, apps, and programs? I don't know what the language for coding straight up like programs from scratch is. Oh, there we go. Right time over. You know, just to be safe, let's switch to my timerless overlay since we have our however long I'm supposed to be doing this set. So just write the 21 minutes. Studio mode. Oh yeah. I'm mentally sending a note of thanks to Xenon for explaining to me what studio mode is in OBS. HTML, CSS, JS, React. Next is JS. Currently, I'm working on authenticating users and handling access tokens and refresh tokens. I understood half of that. Good luck. The last time I looked at access tokens and stuff, I was like, I'm not cut out for this. Gonna make sure the user's data is safe. You know, yeah, important, very important, considering how little regard you know, certain people seem to be having for user privacy these days. Yeah, Xenon mentioned. Right, let's do 21 minutes of me actually doing character design. I've never... Okay, usually when I do a character design, it's usually from a bolt of inspiration. And I've never really actually sat down to do it. So this is very new to me, actually. Which is funny coming from someone who's like, oh, I want to be a comic artist. But that is the truth of it. Alright, who do I have to... Ooh. This is an old doodle. What do I have to do? I should solidify my design for Yosu. At least I have some of the characters named. Ooh, scathing, right? But it's the truth. I must face it and rectify it. It's so easy to, like, make claims, right? Gotta put my money where my mouth is. Where's my character design file? Wait, is it in my Obsidian? I also recently revamped my Obsidian because I realized the system that I set up for it wasn't working for me. I think I need less system and more just easy ways to use it. So I've done that. On that note, let me just bring up the note that has all my character names. Should be here. Where is it? Oh, it's here somewhere. Oh, there it is. It's in my separate folder. Can I send that to my tablet? And my time is running out. So how's it feel so far with no music? Okay, actually, I have done a bit of character designing on stream before, so I guess I shouldn't say I've never done this before. Still, I need to do this more often. Think that shit for a minute. I should probably do proper character sheets for the main characters of the story. And I don't think I want to bother with that with the supporting cast. Because knowing myself, I'll get discouraged midway and I'll never finish it. So. Let's see. Cloud. Downloading the file. It's good. My ADHD brain likes hearing your voice plus the office ambience. Oh, I'm glad. Yeah, make the supporting cast a bunch of stick figures with only one distinct feature. Your ideas might flow better. Yeah, that's basically what I did with my previous like character work for this one shot. But I think right now I do have enough motivation to give them a little more detail. Not too much. Just enough for me to draw them when I need to. Alright, almost done. Just a minute. Oh, my timer's been running the whole time. Let me just reel that back. Okay, so this is my previous work for these characters. I didn't name. Okay, so the main characters that'll be showing up are Isol, who's the main character. She's basically everywhere on my Twitch profile. She's the girl in the banner for my Twitch profile. And also the main character of this one shot. Her sister Yusul, who I've named and gone down pretty well. She has a fiance who I have not named, but I probably should. And their mom. I should name their mom. Alright. Just put that up here. So Yusu's done. Yusu. Actually, I think I have. So I did refine Yosu's features. This is basically how I want him to look. Don't know if I want to give him... No, I think he's good. Okay. Yosu's done. Yeah, I think Yosu's good. Mr. Fiance, what should his name be? The mom? I also did a little bit more character designing for my other original story. These are the two male MCs. But at least I'm getting a little of this done. Can I say that purple sweater is such a vibe? Oh, this? Thank you. It's a... I'm gonna show you guys. There's actually a... It's an Oran High School Host Club collab sweater. How do I show you guys the logo? Can you guys see? It basically looks like the school sweater that shows up in the anime. Is it a sweater or the blazer? Either way. Everybody looks so true. Thank you. Just as planned. Let me just make sure I know what Yuta looks like. Hang on. I do have a Yuta drawing here. Nope, I need to studio paint. It is very cool, isn't it? But it was overpriced, actually. I don't think I'm ever gonna buy collab items from what's the company? I forgot the name. I forgot where I got it from. Is it? It's from Spao. But the freaking it's 100% acrylic threads, and the day I got this, I put it on, and after an hour it was already pilling. Do you see the pilling here? I'm like, I'm never going to pay this much for a sweater that's made of 100% acrylic threads ever again. I'm already willing to die for them if you do anything. Oh no, did my camera get disconnected? Just got a notification. Hold on. Hello? Hold on. Please hold. Technical problems. Yeah, only willing to die for them if you do anything to make them cry. Just I will riot. Uh-oh! You're not gonna like the premise of this story, Expo. Okay, I promise nothing happens to most of them. Oh no. The urge to spoil, but no. You're gonna... Oh, this is gonna be delicious. When you finally do get to read it, Expo, I want to know your reactions. Speaking of, I will be uploading this one shot for free. I have a whole plan, so I'll be uploading it for free on Namikomi, which is a kind of new platform for independent artists, comic artists, to upload their stuff. Unfortunately, their monetization programs don't work for me. But my whole plan was just like trying to garner an audience in the first place anyway, so that's not too much of a concern. So we'll be uploading my one shot for free there once I finish it. But it will be a page or two per week, I think. Like, I'll finish the one shot, but I will be uploading it slowly. However, I do plan to sell the whole thing, the whole comic, for a reasonable price. On, I don't know if this will work, but on VGen or somewhere. And my plan is, so I'm not against piracy, because I've gotten to access so many things by allegedly maybe pirating some stuff. But I'm hoping I can encourage some, people to actually buy my comic by offering personally signed versions of the PDF, the digital file. So my plan is, yes, you can read it for free if you wait. But if you would like to support me, you will be able to buy the whole comic in one go, and I will sign it and send the file to you. We'll see if it's actually something people would like. She needs to look a little more stern, actually. I shall mentally prepare yourself, yes. Brace yourself, Expo. It's not too bad. Don't worry. You'll be fine. Hi, TM. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. I shall financially prepare my wallet. It won't. Hopefully, it won't be. It'll be a reasonable price. But thank you. Thank you in advance. If you do decide at the time to support me monetarily. I wonder if I can make. Hold on. I wonder if I can make her hairstyle a little bit more interesting. But how you doing, TM? Is it morning there for you, or is it night? I could never figure out European time zones. I just think of it generally as the opposite and then some. Yeah, I like that. I like that little detail. I'll give her an interesting hairline part. And she has to look a little bit more serious. Serious, but not unkind. That's kind of my impression of the older sister character here. Having a good morning, yeah? Are you having a good morning? Oh, I'm noticing a shiny new badge. Yes! As is the custom here, if you commission me, I will give you a little VIP badge for a few months. As a little thank you. And I realized last time I streamed I didn't give you that badge, so I'm making amends now. And it's morning, currently 7 a.m. Ooh, good morning. Hope you have a good day. What's the plan besides work? Also, hold on. Let me lock in for a few minutes because I'm having trouble with the eyebrows. A little bit more of a downward tilt, I think. Yes, okay. I might also take a small snack break after I get through this timer, because I am a little peckish, but it's not yet time for any big meal. Very dapper there. Yeah, cool diamond badge. It's Thursday, so NDA, D&D. Ooh. Hope you have a good session. Apart from that, enjoy the weather. It's gonna be 19 and sunny today. Ooh, sounds nice. Yeah, it's been getting warmer here too. I've been enjoying the weather. Finally breaking out of my seasonal depression. It used to be a little shorter. Whenever I actually time myself, I'm kind of astonished by how much time it takes to get like one character drawn to my satisfaction. I always kind of underestimate the effort that goes into drawing, despite being a professional artist myself. There are also other times when I'm like zooming through everything and I'm like, huh, you mean I can be this fast? And then I make the mistake, the very ADHD mistake of assuming I'll be this fast every single time. I don't like the positioning of her hair here. That's warm for you guys? Yeah, it's been sub-zero for the past month. It's been miserable. Miserable gusto. And then when it went above zero, it was still under 10 degrees, and it was raining on top of that. Imagine. I mean, at least here. I don't know about TM. I hope you weren't as miserable as I was. Apparently it's nice this week and there's snow again next week. Ah, I see y'all have similar springs to us. It's never going gradually and linearly warm. It's always like a little warmer and then suddenly dipping right back to really cold temperatures and then maybe a hint of warmth. And then it's freaking cold again. What even? Wait, I think I got the structure of her hair wrong. Yeah, it should be like that. If you see the top of my head, you did it. No, you didn't. She needs to look a little older than the main character, so I'm just trying to figure out the shape. Yeah, that feels about right. It's 23 and overcast and rainy here. Quite cool for us. Ooh! Finally cooling down for you all over there. Soon we'll no longer see Fan Chan in these streams. I'm gonna miss him. But this time of year, definitely, right? Yeah. I use my powers to send you some of our heat. Please do! Can I get some too? What do I gotta do to get a bit of that? You can trade just a little so everyone's comfy. Yeah. And I already only have 5 minutes left. Oh my gosh. Maybe her brain needs to be longer actually, because she's older. I just realized how very ADHD of me it is to suddenly lock in after I realize that I have a timer to race against. Yeah, let's give her some longer hair. Maybe the laziest way to depict that someone is older than another person. I think it's funny, like with a lot of time skips, characters with short hair will suddenly have longer hair. Mm. Here's our Beyonce. Nope, there we go. In 20 minutes. Yeah, drawing takes a long time. Let me just stretch a little and read back on what you guys said. Autumn for us at the start of March. Ooh. Finally, some reprieve for y'all. So how was summer? Wow, yeah, you take all my hate, y'all. Please take the mosquito, please. Thank you. Oh my gosh, guys. The other week I saw the first fly of the year. I was like, damn, there's a fly in my room. And then like 10 seconds later, wait, a fly? Luckily I haven't seen mosquitoes yet. They're coming though. I feel in my bones. As a programmer, I've realized the importance of simplicity. It's easier for others to understand and focus on the main point. Abusers archetypes, Jisun, until you get the time to flesh them out loud. True, Expo. Very sage advice. You're so right. I like to say this to my friends when we're talking about stories too, like character archetypes and stuff. I'm always like cliches are cliches for a reason. It's because they work, but you do have to take care to do them well. I think I want her. No, maybe. Might be good. Does it get cold enough in Australia that mosquitoes go away during the winter? I don't remember. I actually don't remember. It's been too long. Also, right now, because I'm kind of in the groove, I think I'll try to draw the fiance's face and maybe name him, and then I'll go take that snack break, which will be around 30 minutes, because I'm just gonna make some toast. And then I'll be back and do some commission work. We're gonna be working on the geckos from before, and then I'm not gonna do much. I just need to get the get a few details down, and then I don't want to touch it again for a few days. But I do want to work on another commission for Xenon that I've been itching to work on, but I just haven't had the time. Actually, I think I made the top of her head a little too high. Actually, speaking of, oh my gosh. I saw a video on YouTube about how it's a trend in China. Is it in China right now to have, you know, the distance between the start of your hairline to the top of your head from the front view? Apparently, that being big, like having a high, like height between this part, is aesthetic to them, and some people are getting surgeries to like inject stuff to make this part bigger, and it's quite fascinating. Procedures like that scare me. I would never. It helps if you fill your brain up with inspirations from other works in real life. What's got you inspired these days, Jusan? Good question, Expo. What am I inspired by these days? I had an immediate answer in my head and it just flew away. Oh, you know, I'm trying to actually finish reading Lord of the Rings. Have I mentioned this before? But I'm reaching the end of book 1 in. Did you guys know that the Fellowship of the Ring is split into 2 parts? I did not know. Why are there 2 books in 1 book? Well, not that I'm complaining about having more to read, but yeah, I'm reaching the end of the first book in the first book. See, book 2. This is where I am right now. Oh, this is the bookmark I made. It's Jolene. Basically, like, you can line up the part that you've finished off on with the little scribble here. But anyways, so I've been reading Lord of the Rings, and basically just because this is like I haven't read something so long and eloquent in a while, so I've been having to like look at the tags. I've been having to go back to parts of the story to like recall what the heck the characters are talking about, or like try to figure out the lore. And I've been also, inevitably that's led to me Googling a lot of things. And I also have a site, because of course this thing exists, but there's a site that shows you the path, the journey of each main character in the Lord of the Rings series, and also the Hobbit, in the official map. I forgot what it's called, something Tolkien something. But I've been using that and to actually like figure out where they are in the story and the actual like the world, and it's been opening up a whole new way of reading for me, because I never used to bother with this before. When I read fantasy books or like, you know, stuff like this, I would see the map and I'll be like, huh, it's a map. And I'd just like flip it and I'd be done with it for the whole story. But I found actually paying attention to their locations and like what's going on where is really enriching the whole experience, especially because Tolkien takes so much care in like describing the environment, and like he's very good. He's very good at describing nature. It's quite beautiful, and it's really adding to my motivation to like figure out, okay, so the Malon Forest and the hills, the Barrow Downs, and what Hobbiton looks like, and Bree and all that, and like the descriptions of seeing the Misty Mountain in the distance, but it's barred by the line of the old forest and such. It's very fascinating. But yeah, that's been very inspiring. Just like actually paying attention to the minutiae of storytelling and really immersing myself has been feeding my creative soul. Yeah. Cute bookmark, horrifying book length. I know, right? Look at that. Luckily, I think this is the longest of the trilogy, I think. I have all 3 books that I bought ages ago. I just never made it through all of them. You can see why I had difficulty. But now I'm like really getting into it, and I'm like, this feels like not enough now. I'm like, well, don't tell me the first book is ending already. But yeah. Let me read back. Yeah, baby forward aesthetic, very cute on a lot of women who can pull it off. Not so much dudes. Injections are a bit much, so I know, right? This scares me. I don't think it's worth it. Love me so Lord of the Rings. Yeah, to be fair, Lord of the Rings is the progenitor of modern fantasy. Yeah, I'm going back to the roots of fantasy. It also helps that it's so well written. I think after this, I'll be reading The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, because there must be something behind these 2 authors being friends, right? They must both be very good storytellers. Maybe I can glean some storytelling wisdom from both series. Could you imagine if every book series had a character arc map for each character on a website? Tolkien, you don't scare me as much. That would be fun, I think. I think every story that has a map should... At least readers would get something out of tracing their steps. But yeah, looking at the map has definitely helped me a lot, especially the guides. At least in the West, depictions of elves, dwarves, halflings, etc. are all based on Tolkien's work. Yeah, I'm realizing this. After reading Lord of the... I like, reading through parts of Lord of the Rings, I'm like, huh, this explains so much of Western fantasy. This shift will destroy you, I can't wait, I hope so. I'm ready. Both are very English, which I like, obviously. Yeah, Tolkien based a lot of the Tolkien verse, or Arda, I would guess, Middle Earth. And like the term Middle Earth itself comes from European culture, right? Was it Nordic? Correct me if I'm wrong, forgive me, I can't exactly remember, but yeah, and the fact that it was a professor of languages, like, what a nerd. I wish I was that knowledgeable about something. Actually, indeed, after starting to catch up on Lord of the Rings stuff again, I've been thinking what a shame it is that I don't have the skill set that Tolkien has. Because imagine being able to add to your own fantasy world in the way that he has. That's so cool. I don't think I have the chops to make up my own fantasy language. The best I can do is borrow from Hanja, which is Korean, which is a Korean offshoot of Chinese characters, or rather the Korean version. I say, I don't know how rooted they are in each other, but we're very similar. But yeah, I'm borrowing from Hanja to name these characters. Yusol's fiance, I will also be naming with the same method. Ishal, Yosu, they all have Hanja roots. I don't know if I formed the meaning of them correctly, but who cares? Unless the map is of the Bionicle universe, which is a huge spoiler. Ooh. There's so much lore. I've been looking at some of the shorts that you sent, and very interesting. I don't think I'll be able to recall all of that. But particularly The Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobe, my international friends have been confused by the initial premise of the book. The setup of the children being sent away to the countryside. Oh! Wait, I don't remember it enough. But I do know it has a lot to do with one of the World Wars, right? Something about sugar, too. If you went through the rationing that the children did at the time, you would go crazy over Turkish delights also. Have you guys ever tried authentic Turkish delights? Because I've only ever had the supermarket, like, really artificial smelling ones, and I can't say I'm a fan. But I've heard, like, real handmade Turkish delights are to die for. Actually, this ponytail shouldn't be that straight. It's something that we learn about and see in local media. Ah! Very, very cultural thing, I see. I think I like that a lot about the classics, is that they have so much context of the time they were written in, which also adds to the difficulty of reading it. But you read one book and you end up learning about like so many different things through it. No, I don't like the shape of the eyebrows. Maybe I should have gone the eyebrows down first instead of the hair. Also, I'm quite liking how I structured my art sessions. This is actually my first time trying out the 15 minutes of warm up and then timing myself for studying and matching that with doodle time. But I quite like it. I think I will continue in this manner until I feel the need to change it. Ideally, I'd be able to keep these sessions to like an hour or an hour and a half, but I'm not too fussed about limiting my time, because my initial problem was that I wasn't spending enough time drawing. This is very good. Yeah, children were sent away from the cities because of the Blitz. It was a whole thing. And then, yeah, with rationing, food supply, and diet was controlled by the government. Aha! Oh dear. Yeah. Yeah, if I hadn't heard that explanation from you, I think I would have been a little confused why they were being sent away too. Very interesting. I would imagine there's like an annotated version for people who don't have the context. I wanted him to look a little more squarish. When you reach Prince Caspian, if you decide to watch the movie version, please let me know what you think of Mr. Ben Barnes. Will do, actually. Let me make a note. Expo. I did. Wait, you. Oh, come to think of it. Am I allowed to say stuff like this? So, I watched Prince Caspian as a child. I think as a child or a teenager when it first came out. I think my family watched it. When it was available to watch from home, or did it come on TV? Yeah, but I remember watching it and thinking, that guy's kind of hot. I should make this in my reading notes, actually. Should I? Oh look, I have notes for while I'm reading Lord of the Rings. Did you guys know that Tolkien's friends used to call him Jert? Because his nickname was JR2T with read as Jert. I just found this little bit of trivia while on the Tolkien wiki. Very funny. No, where should I make a note? Yeah. That film also has a very young Will Poulter. Ooh. My much isn't how scandalous! Y'all's comments is making me realize why I had that reaction. I can see I'm not alone. Yeah, actually, in second order of things, once I finish reading Lord of the Rings, I'm gonna watch it. I'm actually gonna marathon it and see if I can survive the extended cuts. You know what? I'll even resist looking up these guys until I reach the movie, and I'll give you guys the unfiltered, most rawest reaction I can. Oh, thank you, Alt. Oh, I think international viewers will most know him for The Bear and being Adam Warlock in Marvel. Uh-oh, I don't recognize either characters from Marvel. Let me hydrate. Let me just finish this and go eat. Oh, actually, I should also design the dad. The main character's father. I admire your restraint for preserving your raw reaction. I, however, shall enjoy looking all I like. Get your fill, Expo. There's a very real danger also if I go looking at another series too quickly. I'll stop reading Lord of the Rings and get distracted. Well, speaking of how I got interested in Lord of the Rings was because in high school, that was around the time the Hobbit movies were coming out. And for some reason, I don't know why, but my school decided to take us out on an outing to watch the first Hobbit movie. And that was when I was like, before then, I kind of had the thought that, maybe I should read the Tolkien books. But it was only like a vague kind of, well, if I'm going to study English literature, I probably want to read those. Then I watched the Hobbit movie. Despite all the hubbub about how that went down, it did leave an impression on me. And I remember watching the movie, going home, and finding the book version of The Hobbit, and just devouring it. And that naturally led me to being like, after finishing The Hobbit, I was like, I need more. And more is, of course, Lord of the Rings. And yes, that does mean I have been unsuccessful in reading the Lord of the Rings series since I was a high school student. But hey, I'm getting to it. A lot of things happened. That's all I have to say. I mean, I admire his acting skills, though. Oh, right, sure. Of course, that's what you mean. I actually quite enjoyed the first Hobbit movie, but the other two, my gosh. Yeah, so I think I watched the second one, and then I didn't watch the last one because I'd already read the book, and I think that was around the time that I was really busy with school. But I did hear quite a lot of, shall I say, opinions about the second and third movie. I suppose that's when all the little disagreements with the canon stuff thing happen. Do you mind telling us your favorite oh my god moment from reading the book? My favorite oh my gosh moment. Oh, that's a hard question. Well, there's so many. I think, of course, this is a very obvious answer, but when Bilbo helps the dwarves escape from Thranduil's dungeons, and the dwarves are finally like, oh, hold on, you're not so bad. I'm like, yes! Also, that's kind of the moment where Bilbo really kind of steps into his role in the group. So I really liked that part. Also, in the movie, that was a huge oh my god moment, because hello, Thranduil? Look at him. Oh, save. Yeah, let me save this. Thanks out. Wait till you get to the Silmarillion. Oh, that's also in my next order of things. After I finish reading the Fellowship, no, the trilogy, I will try to read the Silmarillion. I don't know if I'll read that before I watch the movies. We'll see. And then aren't there a whole lot of other books? Something Fall of Gondor. I think that's also another part of the Tolkien verse. Which I'm primarily interested in because I'm also a bit of a fan of Glorfindel. Yeah. I'll let you guys know. Actually, I felt the stirrings of wanting to draw fan art, but also I'm mainly an anime style artist, and I don't know if I can pull it off. My man's shoulder width is making me itch for the gym. Aha! This is your sign. Yes, he's got shoulders for days. I just realized. But this feels right. Yes. I should probably give Yosu. He's also got a bit of stature to him. Yeah, I don't know. This feels right. I think Yosu is probably a little narrower than this guy. Because this is not really a spoiler because it doesn't show up in the story, but oh, it kind of does. Yosu's more of a. This guy's a bit of a working man, and Yosu's a bit of a scholar. You could draw them in the freerun style, maybe. Oh, I could. That could be a nice challenge. You know what? I do actually want to try myself. Let's see. I might actually try to draw fan art for Tolkien stuff. But I think I'll try in private before I show you guys because I'm too nervous about it. Okay, what I'm doing right now is, since I've got this guy down, I do want to name him before I go for lunch. Or like, so, what's the thing between lunch and dinner? Just a snack, I guess. 하자. Let's see. What do I want his name to mean? Certainly something steadfast, reliable. What's reliable? A rock? A tree? 초목, 사물이 본질이나 본바탕, 근본, 담장, 집이나 일정한 공간을 절막기 위해. Ooh, this sounds good. But that would overlap with Yosu's name. That could work. 나무수. As you should, I am a scathing critic. Oh, Expo. Now I'm more scared. I'm never gonna show you. 나무수? Su? Is there another pronunciation for that? What's the difference? 근본. Oh, hold on. Why is that a different? 동작? Is that the same? Okay, I should probably ask my parents about this. Because sometimes you have different ways to write the same thing. I don't know why. Beats me. Question mark. 잘하다. 날산. 산수? No, that's a word for math in Korean. 산수. 불일식, no. 알깔부, 잘하다. 부수, no. 길육, no. 주수? 선주. 주수? 수주? No, 주수. 요수, 주수. They sound related. I don't like that. The thing with Korean names is oftentimes between siblings you will have repeating characters in their names. So let's say the main character, the male lead of this story is called Yosu, which is 2 characters. If I name this character maybe Jusu, Jusu, in Korean culture, it would sound like their siblings are related. So like if they were siblings, oftentimes the parents would be. Sometimes it's split between daughters and sons, but they would use the same character in each name, and they would variate the one leftover character. So maybe if they had a younger sibling, it would be like sasu, like that. But I don't want that because they're not related. I'm gonna have to scrap one of the characters being Su, but I will work on similar meaning. I do like Chu. Sonchu. Might be too simple. Dee, hi! Welcome to the stream. How you doing? By the way, you've made incredible progress in 2 hours. I'm so proud of you. Oh, thank you, Expo. You're so right. Look at that. Oh my gosh. I did studies, I did anatomy notes, and I'm working on my OCs. How's your day going, Dee? We're trying to name one of my OCs for an upcoming one-shot that I'm going to challenge myself to work on. Also, sorry if I start sniffing a bit. It's cold in my room. I'm keeping myself warm with a water bottle under my feet. Which is a surprisingly effective way of heating yourself up. 후손주, 기르다, 양육하다, 잘하다. 예, 예. 후손주. Oh, it's also a surname. So that works. I think I'll stick with that, but I won't use Su. Something else. 나무. Doing good, good to hear. Names are so hard, I know, right? This guy's been unnamed for over a year. Is there a different pronunciation for this character? Maybe I should go for Namu. Pawi? Ooh, what about Mue? Chume? No. Meju? No. Chume? San. My little juicy box. My little juice box. I'll see myself out. What's a steady, reliable thing? 의지하다. 뜻지? No. Well, what's the characters for relying on someone? Ah, there we go. 의지할 지탕할 지. Okay. 주지? 주의? No. 지탱할 지. Is there anything similar to that? 버티다, 지탱하다. A tree. I tried a tree, TM. Unfortunately, that's a word that's pronounced as su, so it wouldn't work. The North Star, tree trunks, mountain. Oh, I tried mountain, but 지매 kind of sounds weird. 지매, 산지? Hill, 언덕? Wait, let me look that up. 언덕. 언덕원, 주원. Oh, actually, hold on. 주원 sounds like a good name. 근원, 근본, 근원원. Well, that's actually pretty good. Let's go, TM. Thank you. I think I like that. Probably native Hanja speakers would be just like, what the heck is this? But I don't care. Kun Won. Chuan sounds like a good name. Yeah, let's go. I'm not giving any of these guys surnames because that's another headache. Yeah, okay. I think we have it. Mr. Prince? Yeah. Oh my gosh, the way Mr. Prince ended up being like foreshadowing. Like, what the heck? Let me erase this little doodle I did on tangent. Yusor still kind of doesn't look like herself, like how I envisioned her. I should make this little thinner. And then I'll go. Yeah, that feels more right. Gotta have a little bit of her ear showing. Yeah. I think we're good. Ah, patting my head, thank you. Ow. Okay, I think I'm going to take a 30-minute or 40-minute break to just go eat because I'm very peckish right now. But I'll be back. I want to get to work on some commissions. Or let me just switch the screen around to something. Studio mode. Change. Transition to then color. Now, okay, to anyone on YouTube, I'm gonna be cutting the stream and then restarting once I come back from the break. But on Twitch, I'll keep the stream running because I can't be bothered. Mr. Puppy himself, yes. This is Xena's second commission. Good luck, don't get lost, I will try. The distance between my desk and the stove is indeed daunting. This is only half a joke because most of the day, I'm stuck to my desk. I don't really leave it. Great day. Do I have... Where do you wear wigs? I have a timer, 30 minutes. Fingers. No, I do not. Wow. That might be a beach sticker. Maybe if I hold on, BRB and put text. This beautiful woman connected first. Ah, thank you. I'm still kind of putting it together, but I think I do have a solid composition going. Now I just have to try and do it justice. Now, give me a second while I set up a. Or hot mass of everything. Challenge. BRB 30. Yeah. Okay. That should do it. Oh, let me fish too, actually. Alright, to anyone on YouTube, I'll be back. But good luck finding